Live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STSPod.club production. I'm BT, and right over there, well, it's my favorite guy that just walks from Memphis Wrestling, walks right into his studio and says, hey, I want to do the show today. Rhino is on assignment today. So I have Terrence Ward. Terrence, how the hell are you?
Man, I am great. Any opportunity I get to fill in for Rhino and keep this seat warm, I'm always up for it.
Fantastic job today, as always, on announcing. I'm really liking, not that I was not a fan of Maria, because she's totally different than anyone that's ever announced wrestling, I think. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing. By the way, Maria, look, happy birthday. There you go. Happy birthday, Maria. But I really like you two guys together. Just boom. It's just like, you know, you've been doing it forever. A lot of really good chemistry, and I know you're having a fun time with it.
Oh, if you're having fun, it's like the greatest thing in the world. And I got to say, I'm looking forward to Maria returning, because, like you said, she's a staple of that show, and I know that she and Dustin have a chemistry that is unique, because it's a husband-wife duo, and so there's certain things that she can say that I can't say and get away with. So I love the banter between both of them back and forth, but it has been a blast. You know, it's the first time in 12 years I've been able to sit behind a desk. So
I was going to say, it's been a while, but it's got to be fun for you, because even though Dustin is in the business and always was a wrestler or doing something in the area, you were more like that guy that's, you know, an announcer or watching the talent, and you're getting to see a lot of the talent that you saw kind of grow up in this area, and you're able to do play-by-play on them. That's got to be fun.
Oh, yeah, and it's great to see how much some of them have just kind of made leaps and bounds, and even to see the new talent that's giving the old guns a run for their money and doing a great job at it, too.
Oh, yeah, don't ever say old, man. Come on.
I got enough gray here to help.
Hey, this is episode 99 of Rollin Into Mempho, episode 671 of STS Pod. I want to direct you to www.stspod.club in the right-hand corner. I want you to go there. I want you to subscribe to Patreon. Patreon, is that the right-hand corner? Heck, I don't know.
Let's hear some more.
We debuted Memphis Wrestling Superstar, and that's with 2 R's, this week with our special guest. Boom! That's right, Brett Michaels. We asked a total of 8 questions, 5 questions on the regular feed, and 3 on the Patreon. Man, that was a fun show, Terrence. You'll have to go back and listen to it. Just real quick, tomorrow, Blake Christian at the WrestleCenter, and he will be going against Aaron Roberts. All I can say is, wow, I can't wait to see that match. And also we have James Ellsworth, and he's been going to challenge the ladies. Oh, man, I can't wait to see that. What y'all guys do with them. So tomorrow. Tell me, what's bell time? How's all this starts with VIP? What about the time?
So if you get VIP tickets, the doors open at 12 o'clock for you. You got to have a VIP ticket. You can still order those, championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. Of course, you'll get that digital copy to be able to show our security guys whenever you come in the door. They'll give you your VIP lanyard, and you can come in and visit and socialize with not only just the special guests, but some of the talent of Memphis Wrestling. Regular bell time for general admission is 1:45. We were doing 2 o'clock, but we got to push it back to 1:45 to kind of give people some time back in their day for us to get, you know, our filming done. I know some people have church on Sunday evening, so it kind of helps get them out of the door and give them some time to get ready and go back home and suit up for church that evening.
Awesome. All right, guys, every week we do hits, misses, MVP, question of the week. What do you look forward to most either next week, and we got a big show, number 100, and we do must see. So, Terrence, tell me what were your hits for the day?
Oh, my gosh. You know, and I'm, again, trying to be as unbiased as I can, because you know, I'm on the show, and there's certain things that I know what's going on in the background, but hits for me, my gosh, that Uncle Mikey and Tim Bosby match was a good old-fashioned wrestling match, and I loved every single minute of it, not just there when we were doing the show, recording it, but then editing the show as well. It was so much fun to see it all over again. 5 stars all the way across the board. 5 stars for that match. Tag team match later on was incredible. The main event tag team match was just phenomenal. I mean, Ray Sanders, bless his heart, at the end of it, just tossed around like a rag doll, but it was an incredible ending, especially that sign off. We see Ray Sanders laying in the ring. The referee's trying to tend to him. Is he responsive? Is he unresponsive? Is he injured? A lot of questions left at the end of the episode as we go off the air to the Posse's music. So that's going to help drum up that interest for episode 100. Will we see the revenge? Will we see that happen next week? So it helps build into episode 100. So huge hit for me in those 2 big matches. And I have a miss.
All right, we'll do miss here in a minute. Let me give my hits real quick. We got I'm excited about Big Swole coming back. He did a promo. I like the Uncle Mikey Bosby match. At the very end, we have a brand new person walking out. I can't wait to see what they do with that. Colton against K Toomer. Toomer's ready, guys. He's ready. And as you said at the very, very end, before I did say that, the Mike Anthony promo also top of the line, very, very good. And at the very end, I enjoyed Posse against DK and Ray. I've seen the Posse against Derek King and a partner for the last 10 years, I guess, or 10 years ago, put it that way. So they're always good in the ring together. I really like the main event. All right, tell me about your misses.
Really quick to tack on what you just said there.
All right.
I think I should have never even forgotten about Mike Anthony's promo. This is huge. This is a huge hit because we're 1 episode removed away from episode 100. It is the mano-a-mano match with Mike Anthony, Gun Show Bret Michaels. That promo, he is the list. He's not on anybody's list. He is the list. And I thought the wording with that following Bret Michaels promo was just phenomenal. Kind of
very good. Very good. Yeah.
Miss for me was the Colton Cage and K Toomer match.
Oh.
And the miss is because it wasn't long enough. I would have loved to have seen that go so much longer because I love Colton Cage. He knows where the cameras are. He's always entertaining in his matches. Even when he's coming out, he's blowing kisses at the camera. He is the walking red flag. And I love watching matches with Colton Cage. Huge Colton Cage fan as a performer, not as a person because he is with Jimmy Blaylock, but K Toomer as well. Huge fan of K Toomer. That big man can move. That cutter, mother of God.
Loved it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The miss for me is it didn't go long enough. That is the
I can see that with the Colton Cage. I've said it more than once on this show, and I go back and look at the guys. I always take a look at who could be a champion. You talk about K Toomer, and I look at always him being a champion. But this Colton Cage is somebody you could put the belt on for 6 to 8 to 10 weeks and just be a horrible heel that cheats all the time, blah blah blah. And he's like you said, as soon as he walks out, he's entertaining you. There's no stopping from that moment on. He's entertaining, and I'm a big fan of his. My misses, I got real picky on a couple of things, but why did we not put the belt on the line in the internet match? Since we were going to put Bosby over anyway, why don't we just put it? I really think the internet title should be defended. I'm not going to say every show, but I really saw the internet title as going to be like every time you do a house show, you videotape a match and it becomes part of the YouTube thing. So I'm not sure why the title wasn't on the line. They mentioned shaving Zay's hair. What? Did we watch a different show, or was that just Justin Case being a heel? Probably just Justin Case being a heel. Mackenzie, now this is a miss, and I think she's going to be a huge star. But I think she does much better when she does the pre-tapes. When she can do more than one take on an interview and explain something. I love the idea that we still don't know what happened backstage, but I think it would have been better with the pre-tape interview. And, Terrence, I know you have something to do with this, so I'm not going to say a miss yet. But I'm not sure I like the green screens in the background yet. I don't know yet.
Hopefully it'll grow on you.
I love the way you do the I always say characters, but it looks like a video game right before they come out. You've got them moving around. Nice stuff. Nice touch there. All right, so we're gonna go to MVP. We're up to MVP. Who is your MVP?
I gotta say, the MVP for this show, I'm going to give it to two folks. I'm going to give it to Uncle Mikey and Tim Bosby. I thought that was the best match of the show. I thought that was a huge revelation as to the training that Tim Bosby received at the WrestleCenter. Obviously, he does have that amateur wrestling background that's helped, but that guidance from some of the veterans of the business, Alan Steele, Derek King, King Cobra, that have been there, along with Dustin Starr and others on the roster that's helped teach and train these young folks coming up in the business, has really paid off. And then a veteran like Uncle Mikey, who's been in the business for, I think, a little over a decade, really helped to carry that match as well, and just did a really great job storytelling throughout the whole thing. I loved it. Those guys are my MVP for the week.
I'm giving my MVP to the Posse. That's right. The Posse.
Shame.
Yes, I know. I'm healing everybody today, but the Posse is, hey, I got to pat them on the back. They're still tag team champions. They didn't win tag team of the year, and they had a good showing against Team WrestleCenter. So my MVP of the day, the Posse. All right, man, we're up to question of the week. All right, question of the week comes from Best of the Best 1 2 3 4 5. Best of the Best. I guess he likes Austin Lane probably there. Or she likes. I don't know. I would like to hear the answer to one of the questions that BT asked the Gun Show on Wednesday. It's the Young Rock question. BT will know what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Here's the question to you, Terrence. If they made a TV show about Terrence, what would we learn? What would we learn about you on a show called Young T-Bone? What would we learn from?
Wow. Probably that I did a lot of free work that I shouldn't have done. I think that's the unsung song of every independent worker, is we've done a lot of free stuff.
Oh, wow. Yes.
That's tough. That is really tough. To be honest, there's been so many good things, so many bad things that I could mention, but I would say that, there's one thing that I will say that The Rock and myself have in common, and that is
it is the good looks. I understand that, but is there anything else? Is there anything?
Well, obviously he's got more muscle than I do. I've got a little layers of fat here, but no. I would say that's the unwavering love for downtown Bruno.
Oh, there we go.
That, like, if I could tell some stories, especially when Bruno and I were working together many moons ago, and share some of the stories of what we did and conversations we had and experiences we had together behind the desk, behind the scenes, that could be easily a full season. And it would all be good stuff, because Bruno is just like the super nicest guy in the world. Love the guy to death. And I hope he's doing well.
Awesome. If they made a young BT TV show, little BT would not be little. He was husky. Okay. Had bangs. I had bangs at that time. Can you believe it? Big thick glasses. And I was always watching wrestling, football, listening to Kiss. I was into heavy metal music, going to concerts and stuff like that. And believe it or not, I was a nerd that read books all the time. I miss it. I don't read as much as I used to, but the librarians would actually give me books because they were more mature, and I had a better reading skill than the other kids who would just they would see a cuss word and then show everybody there's a cuss word. But that was a good question, guys. You stole my question to Brett Michaels. Go back and listen to what actually Brett said about that. Thanks, man, for answering it. Here we go. That was question of the week. Well, I was supposed to be doing the question of the week banner, but that's not actually what we got up there. So let's try that one more time. Hey, here we go. You question of the week, you can call us at 573-654-4656 or email us at stspodclub@gmail.com. There we go. Woo, that was a lot to get in there. Woo, woo. All right, man. What do you look forward to on show 100? I already know what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I think you and I are probably on the same wavelength here. It is time to see this feud come to an end. It's time to pop the proverbial pimple and watch it explode. It is Gun Show Bret Michaels versus the Genetic Nightmare Mike Anthony. That is the match I'm looking forward to. I'm excited to see where this goes. Are we going to episode 101 with Mike Anthony continuing on a path of destruction and laying waste to his opponents? Or are we going to see Gun Show Bret Michaels secure victory and take home the title for a second time? Those are two questions that we're going to have answered next week. I cannot wait to see that match on television.
I'm excited about it. Anthony against the Gun Show reminds me of the old school Memphis wrestling. That's what I like most about it. You always had a babyface or a heel, and they flip-flopped sometimes, and they feuded against each other. Then they come back, and they would tag, and then they would come back feuding against each other again. I think it's a big pat on the back to the whole staff that helps write the show, is that we had an interest and they've kept the interest alive. And I talk about the background story. You always had that background story of Anthony and Gun Show, even though they weren't feuding together. Then boom, we got it right back together. And I'm wanting to see as a fan, the Gun Show take the belt back and be the new champion and see where they go from there. There's, that tree there that you hit. One of them's got to go left, one of them's got to go right. Are they going to do that? Or are they going to still be, say Anthony loses the belt? Is he still going to be looking for Bret? Is Bret going to get new challengers? Because he has a few people that would give him a run for the money. So excited about this. And it's all coming together around the second year anniversary and the 100th show. So fun stuff. All right, we're finally up to what is your, and I already know what yours is, but what is your must-see for episode 99?
Must-see episode 99 has got to be the just in case. No, I'm kidding. It's the Tim Bosby and Uncle Mikey match. If you've never watched a wrestling match in your life, this is the one to watch.
I'll go right there with you on that match. A very hold for hold match, not so-called style of today. I've talked about we actually have a hybrid style compared to what we used to watch. This even may go back to watching some of those old tapes of Lou Thez and guys like that. We may even go hold for hold, and then just turning it up at the end. And like I said, must see. Make sure you're looking at the very end. Watch for the finish of this one. Must see is Tim Bosby and Uncle Mikey. All right, Terrence, I appreciate you sitting in for what was his name? What's
RynoJB.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry, Rhino. I'm sorry. Rhino's returning next week. He's been on assignment. Same bad time, same bad channel. Saturday at 1 o'clock. That's right. And Terrence, tomorrow. Tell them about it before we close.
Tomorrow. It's Blake Christian, James Ellsworth at the WrestleCenter for Memphis Wrestling. Get your tickets while they're still available.
Be there. And this is the best little wrestling podcast in the business. And as everyone knows, and I know Terrence does too, I love my mama.
Me too.